Alright, welcome. This is Room on Fire, again here at the Major in Atlanta for the E-League Major coming up, starting tomorrow as well. We're going to do another one of our games that we did last time for the qualifier. First up is going to be Anders and Thorin, but basically what we're doing is drawing teams out of a hat, or a little bucket type thing that we've found in the room. And the two teams they get picked out. We argue why those two teams would beat the other one. They have nothing to do with the current matchups. Just having a lot of fun with the randomness of the Swiss system. And with that being said, we'll get the bloodbath underway.
All right, well, I get to draw the first team. I'm going to reach down, and it is Virtus Pro. Jesus. Not a bad pick. All right, so I have to argue why Virtus Pro will win against.
Oh, I have to pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Australis.
Oh,
Checkmate.
wow. Come on.
Checkmate.
All right, so Virtus Pro are going to beat Australis during their group stage game. Best of one. Virtus Pro on land, especially at major tournaments, are always going to be very good. And they fooled everyone during that China event. They underplayed their skill level. Now everyone is thinking, all right, well, they lost to Kingwin. They can't be all that good. They must have something, that's not working here, and they're going to come in 10 times as strong. Plus, apart from that, we haven't seen them for quite a while, even before that. So I think they're going to have a lot of practice going into this one. I think they're going to be well prepared, and it's going to be the return. It's been a while since they've won a major, so they've been building up for it. They have the longest running roster of the CS:GO scene. There's no reason why they can't beat Astralis. I think that's maybe the one team in this tournament that Astralis won't be able to beat.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds left, and they're Polish. It's the last reason.
Well, I mean, reasons 4.
There we go.
Reasons 4.
There we go.
Counteracted your whole argument there, so.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, go.
Virtus Pro are Polish, and Australis are from northeastern Europe. The quality of living there is excellent. The school system is fantastic. They have good cities there, good stadiums. You don't have to queue up at 2 in the morning. No, the reason why Astralis will win is because Astralis has been playing the rope-a-dope for every major before now. What they do is they get to the playoffs, but they knew if you try your hardest at the major and then you lose, it feels worse than anything. So don't want to play your hand too early, because it was all sick teams of Fnatic, Envious, NIP, the old Virtus Pro before they got old. So what they did is they played the rope-a-dope and waited till everyone in the scene is shit. So they realised Cloud9's won an event, fucking Optics won an event. So they're like, now's our time. Now we spring the trap. And now the old net goes around Virtus Pro and they're up in the trees, as it were. In the analogy, figurative.
Time!
Oh, fuck.
I reckon I won that one. Straight fire. Straight fire, boys.
Anders took quite a serious angle with that one.
He did, yeah. I know he was. It felt like he was really trying to build towards something that actually made sense.
Yeah, he was doing his own impression of the Danish rope-a-dope, as we've learned is quite effective. Got his ass kicked. Got handed to him. Duncan's gonna win that one. I think that's a pretty unanimous victory.
I think it took Duncan at least a couple seconds, right, to feel it out and get used to the format and everything. That's the thing. You would think Anders, he's got experience. He's already done it before. Should know what's up. No, Duncan started cold, but came in blazing hot.
Yeah, he's looking strong.
Let's see what the first one is. Let's have a look here. Oh, good. It's Gambit Gaming.
A lot of Lord of the Rings material.
I wanted that. Yeah, exactly. Lord of the Rings reference.
SK.
Okay.
Take it away.
SK Gaming have a Portuguese player called Fox. I see the rest of my time.
You are actually.
Look at the reaction.
Wait,
Look at the reaction.
It locked up. What's the
I was trying to think about it. Look.
I mean, he's not even going to say anything for the next 40 seconds or so. What do you want?
Look at the effect on my opponent.
That's just unreal. It's just so massive.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
We're all thinking about it.
3, 2, 1, go.
It is exactly that reason that SK is going to beat Gambit. They have the revenge of the Fox. He is going to rise from the ashes. All of the shit that you've been saying to him has been building up, and he's going to be some kind of fucking mutant freak in this tournament that is just going to entirely demolish you. Those tattoos are going to be sick. They're going to show up off the arm, off the hand, and they're going to guide that mouse hand to a bunch of headshots all over the map. On top of that, I mean, Portuguese have just had enough of you, Duncan. They've had quite enough of everything that you've been throwing at them over the years. All the shit, all the jokes, all those edgy jokes is all going to come back into this tournament and then just bite you right in the ass. They're going to destroy everyone in this event. Gambit, all they've got is a hobbit. They've got no fox. They've got no fur, I guess. And the hobbit isn't going to be able to make it up the mountain. I don't know where I'm going with this one. Please tell me there's like 4 seconds left. Thank you, God.
Yeah,
Just going to drink this one away.
Time.
All right. Look, I feel like Moses partly being beaten and partly beating himself in that one. So it's really it's hard. Like 2 negatives do make a plus, but still, I'm gonna have to go with Duncan on this one. In spite of it,
Duncan literally says one phrase.
yeah,
And that's where we're at.
I think I was just it's not the amount of words somewhere. It's it's the delivery
quality.
too. Yeah, it's the delivery.
I think it was just how cold-heartedly smooth he was with drinking his beverage after that and letting us all stew in a mad. It was just so poignant that I think we do have to give it to Duncan.
Let's see what we've got here. Got Fnatic.
I'm scared. Oh God. Mouse sports. Duncan, go ahead. Start us off.
So Fnatic has a player called Dennis. Okay, you all know that. Really good pistol round player. And here's the genius. So what they figured out in Fnatic was they tried to play real Counter-Strike, where you buy guns and you save up and you run strategies, but they're shit. So they're not ever going to have a good economy. They're only going to have pistols. Oh, what's that you say? Dennis, as it were. He's amazing with pistols, therefore QED, they will win every round. But then lose a few to get back to pistols again, and then win. So the more they lose, the more they win.
Still got 20 seconds.
Yeah, keep going, bro.
That's pretty good as it is. And also, Olofmeister figured out the problem was his hand was injured, and then the other hand was taken over. So he's purposely wanked off so much with the other hand, he's put them both back to the same level, and now the coordination's back.
That's it, time. That's retarded.
Yeah. So, mouse sports. The thing is, man, you believe in like the pistol player, right? Well, there is this guy. You used to be a pretty big fan. Used to think that he was a pretty good player. Nico. He's even got an ace with the Deagle. Just one, but it was a pretty good one. Stand out. So, Deagle ace, he's got that on a lock. They also happen to have a Spaniard on the team. They needed to balance out that German efficiency that was on the roster before with somebody who firmly believes in siestas. What does a siesta mean? It means that, yeah. Hey, he's basically brought that culture into the team that means that they're going to be well rested and sharp every
In the afternoon when the game's on.
That's exactly
Doesn't make any
it,
sense.
You're going to have some lunch.
Yeah.
You're going to take that siesta. You're going to come in. You're going to be well rested and owning the entire way through. That's what it is. Look at that level that Lowell has brought. The Germans all worn out, tired, grinding away day after day in the system that they built for themselves because it's in their system.
I like the siesta angle.
I like the masturbation angle.
There we go. That's game.
What
feel
can you
like-
say with that one?
I feel like Semler's main point of argument was that because Nico had got a pistol ace once, there was a chance that he would do it like many more times based off of that. It doesn't make any logical sense, does it?
No, but then again, neither does, buying just so you can get reset to pistols.
What happens if we disagree? Do we have like a tie format?
We did the last time. Someone bombed out of it. It was pretty bad. Should we put him under the pressure again? A one-off? One statement? One sentence?
I'm
No.
gonna go Duncan on this one.
Yeah, I'll take Duncan on this one.
All right,
Jesus.
there we go. Third time for Duncan.
I didn't want to see the fucking horror of Simler's rebuttal. This is an overtime loss.
All right, Duncan it is. All right, let me see. I'm gonna pick on the center of the stack here. Pull out. Hope you're ready for it. the FaZe clan.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Let's have a look at G2.
Oh, boy.
Ooh. Just made a whole video about them. So, do you go first?
So there was a thing called the G8, and it was a summit for 8 of the world's leading nations to come together and decide important matters. But the problem with international politics is bureaucracy and lots of like power games, and people tend to block each other. So if you just had 2, if it had been the G2, then 2 nations could combine forces and they would take over the world, and they would just have to only agree with each other, and they could beat every other nation. So if Belgium and France, Screaming Shocks, G2, combine their forces at this summit, they will take over the world.
20 seconds left.
I don't need more than that.
That's
And
it.
also, if Smiths is shit in every tournament, but he doesn't have the worst stats in the world, eventually it must average out.
5 seconds
Maths, that's mathematics. So I think Socrates proved that.
You got the time?
Yep, 1, 2, 3, go.
All right. Dangerous approach, I would say, arguing for the sort of diversity of G2, as it were. Whereas FaZe, obviously, got multiple people from different countries also coming together, even more diverse than G2, some would say, and a history of diversity in that team that goes even
No
further.
transgender people.
No, not yet, but I wouldn't rule that out for some of them in the future. I think there's some
Yeah,
more on
okay.
the edge that
Might
could
be how
happen.
Fox gets back in.
All right. So if that is your main argument, then I would say mine on the other side is even better. They also have their own hand signs, gang signs, in fact, as it were, which is intimidating for most people playing against them. In fact, you have to fear for your life, not just in the game, but also outside of it. You really never know who is going to show up from the so-called FaZe clan, as it were. It could be dangerous. So I think that is going to be at the back of the mind of G2 when they're playing FaZe clan in this tournament. They're going to be worried about that aspect of it too.
Well, Anders got edgy. Didn't think it was going to be able to top Duncan. Yeah, Duncan tried to get, I think he got a bit of ahead of himself on this one with all the politics. I think bringing politics into it, immediate disqualification.
Just looking out for my boy Smith at this point, man. You gotta throw him under the bus again, Duncan. You gotta throw him under
How
the
many
bus
times?
again.
It's no longer a new thing. It's no longer entertaining.
This is a revitalized Smiths. Let's be clear. I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
go with Anders.
I legitimately enjoyed the the phase up, and who knows what's coming from the clan. I think that Anders deserves to take this one. That was pretty good.
Take Anders as well. Oh.
Hellraisers.
Oh. I have 2.
All right. Do you want to go first?
Envy.
3, 2,
That's not imaginable as it is.
go.
All right. The reason Hellraisers are going to win this game is simple. We're talking about group stage matchups. This is where they have all of their power, and they're obviously a team that no one in the groups is going to even look at. You know, you're going to do all your strategizing and all your anti-strateging. You're going to be looking at everyone but Hellraisers, which is a big mistake. They have some real firepower in Dead Fox in that best of one situation. It's going to be easy. Plus, they're playing the French. We know that they've already sort of given up in advance, already waving that white flag as it were. So it will be an easy matchup for sure. And you know, just I think also that there's that whole French shuffle that's eventually going to be happening. So I don't think any of the French are even going to really want to play all that much. They're mostly here on vacation anyway. Just looking to check out Atlanta and see what's up. Yeah, I think it's going to be easy, and they have got that Eastern European diversity going into it as well. It'll be easy.
Envy just got back from WSG in China, and they win that event already right off the bat. They have made like $130,000 per player. They don't give a fuck about this event. Backs against the wall, like they're just gonna crush it. No one cares about the upcoming shuffle. They know they're gonna get paid. They know they're gonna make a super team, and everyone is just chilling, so happy, and it's not even gonna matter who they go up against. Hellraisers has no chance. You even said it was going to be simple. You forgot he already left that team. There's nothing on Hellraisers. They got absolutely nobody in that squad. Yeah, Dead Fox. Literally the dead version of the other fucking guy. The Portuguese player. But legit, Kenny S is coming back into form. He is massive right now, and he's got a shit ton of money in his wallet, and it is not going to be a single issue for him. There's no giving up in this one for the Frenchies because it's not even going to be a battle to begin with. It's going to be unreal the kind of domination they unleash.
So Duncan, from your looks of confusion to start things off, I don't feel like Anders really got off to like the best, start here.
It did sound like he was saying Simple the player. And it took a while for us to realise whether he still knew that Simple hasn't been on Elders for about 2.5 years. But I think in the end I realised he just said in that really terrible fashion of delivery, like, Simple, and then that was just a word, right? But he did make some good points about Dead Fox, though. But he did leave himself open to the rebuttal.
Who are you going with in this one then?
I think this is a close one.
It is a bit up in the air. Both of them fell kind of, on dead ears.
I mean, here's the thing, Sam. Like, he was essentially arguing that just because they're French, they've lost already.
I do take offense to that.
And plus, I will say, factually, he's wrong, because he said that obviously they're just here on vacation, but Happy, being a miserable cunt, actually said he doesn't even like Atlanta.
So, clearly...
So he doesn't want to spend any seconds outside the practice room. He wants to just be in the server, like the fucking Matrix. He's like Cypher in the Matrix. Plug me back in. I want that steak, not the gruel of Atlanta. But Moses did have some fire about Dead Fox, though, because we all want to see a dead fox. The Hellraisers player, of course. Ironically, the other one's dead more often in the game. I think I win this point. Is that possible? I think I'll go with Moses at the end there. I've changed my mind. I want Moses. I like the fox materials. I'm going with Moses for this one. It's fox material versus the French, the most low-hanging fruit of all time.
It's like, where are you going with this? Where can we go?
Who are you going to go with then? Because you sound like you weren't impressed with that there.
It was a bit of a throw there, but I did appreciate the Dead Fox line. I thought that was fun. That was pretty legit because it was like working around where this is actually like a live fox in a weird sort of roundabout way. So gonna get to Moses on this one, I think.
Liquid.
Oh, sweet mother.
He's a liquid squeezer.
Moses. Good fucking luck. It's my boys North.
Jesus Christ. So was it Duncan that said Astros was sandbagging this entire time? Liquid have been to majors where they have placed top 4, top 2, with knowing they were going to have a stand-in the entire time. For the first time, they're going to have an actual lineup coming into this, and they were just going to clean house with it. JDM, he's no longer lounging. He's not lounging anymore. It's the brand, but he's going to kick some ass. He's going to be sitting up straight. He's going to be headshotting. He's going to be absolutely nuts. On top of that, North is like pretty overrated when you think about it. Like, they have these young stars, but they're good, but these guys aren't even placing that well in tournaments. Like, this is going to be all Liquid all the way in this matchup. Cajun can't handle JDM. Higo's going to be back to his old ways of just crushing Danish Dreams in the group stages, just fucking winning ridiculous clutches out of nowhere. Anders is going to be in the corner crying. North is going to be sweating bullets. They're going to be shitting their pants up on stage. This is no contest for the Team Liquid side of things. There's still time left, isn't there?
3 seconds.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, don't worry. Alish is... speaking of which, Alish, haven't even gotten to him yet.
Well, the thing is, you seem to sound like you're kind of based in reality, but the thing is that you're dealing with a team right now that named themselves North, and their mascot is a lion. When the fuck have you seen a lion in Denmark, right? They have to go outside of reality to go and look for their mascot. Just like when they get into the game, Moses, the rules just don't apply to these Danes. They're going with that straight Viking, magic mushroom shit where they're just going to roll in. They're not even going to understand what's going on. They're just going to hit headshots left and right because that's what they're made to do. They were bred for this, Moses. It is their time. It is the Danish major. There is no reason why North wouldn't make it to the finals. And frankly, it's going to be Astralis going up against them in the finals, and it's going to be the battle between the two because the Danes right now, they're here. It is their time, like a lion pacing in a cage. The only lion that any Dane has ever seen has been in a zoo. It's fitting. They're frustrated. They're stuck. They're in a cage, and it's time to break out. It is North's time. To chase Liquid down and rip them limb from limb.
All right.
What a fucking mess that was.
You notice that Moses made the classic mistake again. if one of the people in the judging panel is from a country,
Yeah.
don't make a key element of your argument that country is shit.
That's a good point.
That just feels like an obvious point to make.
It also-
at this point, it's a fact, right?
It also is true that he spent the first 25 seconds arguing that because JDM would change his posture, that would win the game.
No, actually both of them, that was actually a key approach from both that was kind of shit, which is that they both were going, yeah, but my team will be doing headshotting and such. Like,
Yeah.
that was actually a key
But
argument they attempted to make.
Semler made a strong point because it can't really be disproved, which is he said he sort of brought the idea that maybe they'd be on magic mushrooms into it.
Okay.
And I think since no one has tried that, we don't know if
Okay.
that could
Berserker?
actually make them better. Yeah.
Go berserk rage.
It is a sort of Viking Danish tradition, you know.
Were you on magic mushrooms when you said Astralis would win the major?
I will
Are you on magic mushrooms right now?
I will not answer any of those questions. I will leave that out of the comment. I'm going to pick Semler to win this.
See, let's see. The problem is, Semler, he started trying to get a bit lyrical, you know, talking about lions and shit. I still don't understand. He kept like counteracting his own point. These lions, they don't even have a lion. Wait, but they need, drugs and that, yeah. I feel like we need some sort of tiebreaker. I don't think we saw enough from them both.
All right. So what is that? Like another? Is it a one-liner?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good.
let's do a
one-liner tiebreaker
sudden
that's coming
death.
up.
All right, Liquid's gonna win for one reason. That's because the North is like some Game of Thrones rip-off piece of shit logo. The North remembers it, fucking forgets, and they have no fucking business in this major.
But
Was that it?
I feel like I need to drop a Duncan line at this
Sounded like a
point and
joke.
just be like, that's all I need. You know what's going to happen is essentially, right, you're making some Game of Thrones reference, right? What happens in the North with Liquid? It freezes and it shatters. That's what North are going to do. Liquid, they don't stand a chance. They're going to be ice cubes in my drink.
Everyone in the North is dead.
I feel like we didn't learn anything at all during that one.
Here's the thing, though. Semler's wordplay and imagery was very good because he took Liquid
Yeah,
and
that's
he made it that they'd freeze and then they'd break.
in the north.
No, the North part was almost.
Yeah, but still, I feel like it makes sense. I feel
It
like
does, thematically, there's
yeah.
something to that.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to Semler on that basis. Actually, I think that's reasonable.